Yo, family, what's going on? If you are tired of trying to guess what's going to happen in the market, then this video is for you. Let's go to the charts and let's protect our money. Let's go. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That gives you access to all of the future content as well as the prior content. Check me out from what happened in the past. You can see how to read a chart every single week, all right? And stick around until the end because I have something for you that's going to blow your mind, all right? So let's get into these charts right now because the market closed hot, all right? So the market closed at 3,901.06, so around that 3,900 area. And what do we got going on now? We have our trend that has been set, okay? We have the lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Here we are with the new lower low, which has happened at the end of September. October all of a sudden just blazed the trail higher, right? And now we are sitting near our 20-day moving average. So what can happen from here? Family, we always make a decision on what could potentially happen because there's always two outcomes, right? Up and down. That's as simple as it's ever going to be when it comes to reading a chart. We have to identify what are the possibilities of where the price could go. All right, let's do the upside first. So we did close at the highs, and closing at the highs is usually a signal of continuation. Now, if we did have that continuation, where could we go? Well, we got an upside right now of around that 4,000 to 4,200 or 4,100 area, right? And that is because we were there recently. That's where we fell from. That's the easiest way to start to gauge where could it go. Look where it was before when it fell. And before it fell, it was around this height. So around that 4,100 area is where the market could go if it continued to move higher. The downside target, all right, downside target. What we have going on could be a lower high. And if it is a lower high, we are hitting our 20-day moving average resistance. If it's lower, where could we go? We could easily start to retrace forward, down, to go back down to around that 3,800 area. So we got two plausibilities here, up or down. If it does move up, then we know that we're shooting for around that 4,100 target as the top side. If it does want to move down, then we see the potential for the market to come back down from its highs and get to around that 3,800 area. Right now, momentum is showing that the pattern has been set. While what happened is cute, I do love a good bounce here. That 200-day moving average has been a decent bounce. We could continue to move back to create a high, all right? I cannot put that out, all right? But stick around to the end because I'm going to show you why I think that is probably not going to happen, all right? That's the S&P. Let's go ahead and check out what's going on with the Russell here. Let's get our typing right again. IWM, there we go. IWM 183.16. So we did make it to around that 180 area that we were looking to get to from last week. Now we're there. What can happen? All right, same scenario, up, down. What do? We look to see where we recently fell from. So we're in that 180 area now, which I was projecting to get to. We could possibly get to that around that 190 area, right? That's very simple because where did it fall from, family? It started to fall from this area. So it's going to climb that hill to get back up to where it fell from is usually what happens. So that 190 is the upside target. But also on here, what do we got? Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, a lower high. So this low actually matched that low. And we do have a lower high. Could it continue to be that pattern? If it does, then the reversal side of things would obviously be that we would start to move lower and eventually come back to test around that 160 area. So two possibilities for IWM. Upside target right now is around that 190. Downside obviously is if we do slip next week, that we could continue to make a move to around that 160 area. All right, so that is the Russell. Let's go ahead and check out what we got going on for the Dow. All right, the Dow closed at 32,861 80. All right, and let's see what we got going on for this week. The Dow was the strongest of all of the indexes. It muscled higher. Big move, right? We ended up closing above the 20-day moving average, and now we are at the 50-day moving average. And we can see clearly that the 50-day has been very strong resistance. When it first started to fall, it fell under the 200, the 20 and the 50, okay? Both were resistance. The next time it moved higher, it ended up at the 50-day, and it stalled out. Made a very similar strong move here. The next week, it made a doji candle, which was indecisive, which gave a signal for a move to move lower. So this week, we are near that 50-day moving average. Do we make the same move? We could, because we've seen that this has been resistance. So family, the 50-day right here is showing that it could easily start to show some selling coming on when it gets there. And it is there now. So what do we have? Upside target right now is still where it fell from, around that 33.6 area. Downside target obviously is ultimately we come back to around that 29,000 area. All right, now that is the Dow. Let's go ahead and check out what's happening with the NASDAQ. All right, the NASDAQ closed at 11,546 and 20 cents. And let's zoom in and see what do we got going on here. All right. The NASDAQ was the wah of all of the indexes this week. Didn't really flavor too much going on here. The 20-day moving average, we are still under it. It is still bouncing from its most recent lower low. We have the opportunity for a lower high. What could it be? All right, we moved higher, and we have a target right now of a upside target 11,800. We'll say 11,800. Downside target is obviously we slip back and we start to come back towards that 11,000 area. So family, how did I do? Let me know in the comments what you think of what's going on, what type of value you have pulled out of it. So now here we go. All right, here is why I think the market is still in trouble. All right, we made a very nice bounce because we recently started to hit some lows. And usually when you hit lows, obviously buyers start to come out and scoop things up, which is good because that is what we are supposed to do. All right, we want to get bargains. So the bargains have hit, but the trend is what we need to worry about. All right, so let's go on over to my monthly chart, and I want to show you something, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is eerily similar to what happened in 2000. Now on my monthly chart, which we're going to bring up right here. Obviously, this looks very scary because it's like, but let's break it down. I want to go to 2000. We're going to travel back in time. The time where the Yankees won the World Series. The NBA champions were the Los Angeles Lakers. And hip-hop had charts from Eminem, Nelly, Outkast, you name it. We had a great year in 2000. Sorry, Miss Jackson. We had The Way I Am probably came out around that time. Country Grammar. Hip hop was on charts everywhere. So, how was the stock market doing? Let's take a look. I'm going all the way back to 2000. All right, the year 2000. All right. Here we had a nice run. Woo! That looks very similar right there, doesn't it? Oh, that looks similar as well. A drop below the 20-day moving average. Okay, there was the signal in the year 2000. We came to the 50-day moving average, then all of a sudden we bounced and fizzled, and all of a sudden continued to move lower. And then we ended up going into what was the bear market at that time. There's the year 2000. All right, take a picture of that. Now let's go over to where we are at right now. Oh. Woo! How's that look, family? Nice little run there, right? Up. And then, we crossed over that 20-day moving average. Now, 20-day moving average has been resistance. We bounced off of the 50-day moving average, okay? And then all of a sudden, now we're coming in toward the tail end of the year. What do I think? I think this looks very similar to what happened in the year 2000. All right, so it's good that we're starting to buy, But be cautious out here because the rug can get pulled at any minute. All right. Take care of yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for taking your time out to spend it with me. Health is wealth. Take care of yourself. Drink your water. Make sure you exercise and spend time with people that you love. I'm glad you spent it with me today. All right. So enjoy your weekend, and I'll catch you next time. All right. Peace.